Hello, this is the RPG Pundit, the final boss in internet shitlords. I know I've been a little late in getting another video out, but I've got a friend of mine who's come over. He's visiting the country, and so I'm giving him a bit of a tour guide thing. So I've been a little bit slower than I usually would be. Anyways, I've got an announcement to make, and I'm going to talk about a couple of the RPG Pundit Presents products and what's in them and what's cool about them. The announcement is that there's a game jam that's being organized by Taylor Lane on itch.io. And what this is a group of game designers. Usually, I guess in this case, the idea is you're going to have, I guess, newer game designers, maybe. I mean, you could theoretically have some pro get in there and do it, right? But it's a collective thing on the website where these are all going to be, all these games, or all these supplements rather, that are going to be made by the participants are going to be shown and sold off the same spot. And every designer, the idea is going to make a supplement of some kind, short, big, whatever, adventure, source material, crazy idea, whatever they think they want to do, for an OSR game that is not one they did themselves. Okay, and so some of the bigger OSR people are basically giving their endorsement to people to make supplements for this game jam. And I'm going to try to put the link in the description to this video, because this is your chance if you're kind of a new, if you're a new game designer, if you're like working on, like, you want to publish some stuff. Well, one really good way to do it is if you can be highlighted in a collection of products, and in that you're also going to be making a product that is connected to a popular and successful game. So I know, for example, that Venger has endorsed this product with his Chalt stuff and purple haunted putrescence. For OS, so you could do stuff like it that could be some kind of supplement related to the setting of Chalt or to the island of purple putrescence. And I've endorsed it for Lion and Dragon and Star Adventurer and Arrows of Indra and the Invisible College. So if you've ever had the idea of maybe making some new game mechanic, I mean, I don't know, I might be wrong here, but I think that there's like no effective minimum or maximum limit on what the supplement could be. So it could be like a 2-page rule mod or some new magical technique, or some kind of special sub rules for doing some kind of certain thing, or a monster or something like that. Or it could be, it could be 30 pages long. I don't know. And I guess that you might want to double check all that with Taylor Lane, because they're the ones that are hosting this. Basically, they're organizing it. And I think also, if you are watching this video and you've already made a successful, I don't know if it's Kevin Crawford, for example, or Grim Jim, or any of the people who have been involved in making OSR games, other than the standard clone ones, because I mean, obviously the standard clone people can do their own thing, right? Maybe Jim Raggy wants to endorse this, I don't know, but check it out, check out the link, and maybe if you want to make sure that people that are going to be involved in this know that it's okay to use your game, you might want to get on social media and endorse this project, because I think the project goes for, like, if I'm remembering correctly, the project goes for like a month. So you got a month to make your supplement, put it out there, and who knows? I mean, I'm not a self-publisher, but some of the other people who are might find that your product is cool and might want to use it or something, or publish your stuff or something like that. Might be a way for Jim Raggy to find employees that aren't going to betray him at the first instance, for example. And you never know. If you make a product that's like for Lion and Dragon or Star Adventurer, then maybe Spectre Press will want to publish you, right? Who knows? Because right now they do exclusively stuff that, so far, they've published exclusively stuff that I make, and it's exclusively related to my games, right? They published one of my games, Star Adventure, and they've published all these source books for Lion and Dragon and Dark Albion, Dark Albion, the setting, and of course I didn't say it in the tweet, but if you want to do something like in the Dark Albion setting rather than specifically to Lion and Dragon the system, you can do that too. It's all cool. You do what you want with my stuff. Do something interesting, and if you do something interesting, you bet I'm going to promote what you make, right? So think about this. If you're a game designer or you want to learn to be a game designer, then get on there, join the Game Jam, make something that's meant to be a supplement for something that someone more famous than you has already made, and then maybe they're going to be impressed and show it off for you, right? And then you're going to get a reputation for making good stuff. So that's what the Game Jam is all about. If you're a game designer, people will make stuff using your game, and that promotes your game, and it also promotes new talent in the OSR, and that's what we want, right? So anyway, so the rest of this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about some of the sort of stuff that's in RPGPundit Presents, which I think is the sort of stuff that would be, very amenable to being in the Game Jam, right? So, for example, if I was doing a Game Jam, I might do something like RPGPundit Presents number 24, which is the history and rule of the clerical order, which you can also find in the Old School Companion 1. And that is a complete book that I think it's $2.99, and it gives like the whole history and the code of clerics in a medieval authentic context. And the code of the clerics in that is based on the code of the Templar Knights. So it's got the whole, it's got all these rules and regulations that were part of like the constitutions of a militant religious order, right? And so the clerics in Lion and Dragon are a militant religious order with divine, that occasionally get divine grace, right, and divine abilities. So it's got all the rules that you would have to play if you're a cleric. It's really good supplemental material that is both like lore and stuff that directly affects cleric characters. I mean, because cleric characters in a medieval setting, in a medieval authentic setting, have serious, social clout. That's like probably their greatest power, even more than any of the clerical miracles that they can make, is the fact that they are so hugely, they have such huge special status in society, right? But the clerical rule, or the rules that they have to follow, are also restrictions that they face, right? Like they get this huge institution supporting them, not just the church in general, but also specifically the clerical order. They can call for reinforcements. They get all their stuff from there. They get information, they get healing, all of that, right? But they also have a vow of obedience. They have rules to follow. They have superiors that they have to obey. And, that's stuff that you want to be able to really understand as a DM and how to role play it. So you can get that as an RPGPundit Presents issue on PDF. It's RPGPundit Presents 24, but you can also find it in a compilation in the Old School Companion number 1. It's in there, okay? Next, we have RPGPundit Presents 25, The Door of 16 Gates. This is not currently available in any compilation. It's not going to be anytime soon, if ever, I don't know. But RPGPundit Presents 25 is an adventure of sorts. It's not a conventional adventure because it's not like, it's not like most adventures. The setup, which I will explain, is it's the only adventure I've done that you could theoretically run as a kind of really weird medieval authentic adventure, or you could run as a gonzo adventure. It goes along the line. You could just nudge it a little bit to make it more one thing or more the other, right? It's not super gonzo. It's not super medieval authentic. But it's also a very interesting concept. So the Door of the 16 Gates is basically an object that can appear anywhere in any campaign. And it looks like a door with a small mirror on it and with 4 levers. This is by the way, a 33-page source book. It costs $2.99 on PDF on Drivethru RPG. And you get, like this door, it has these levers, and depending on which combination of up or down you make each lever, it will, when you open the door, it will open to a different location, to a different world. And of course, the player characters presumably won't know anything about this, about like how, what the worlds are, except that they're in the little mirror, you get a code, right? Like you get a code here, like, this is A. So all 4 up and you get a word, a single word that is in Latin, right? And so this is via, for example, and so that's the only like kind of code or hint. Also, one of the 16 no longer shows up in the mirror because the mirror has been slightly damaged, right? So like also some of the worlds that are beyond the door have changed in their intention since the original creation of this ancient artifact. So basically, it's like a multiplanar gateway that has like 16 different locations that your characters can go through, and they're all types of different locations. Some of which will have like that will be in and of themselves will get you to other locations, and others are kind of like an adventure setting in and of itself. Every one of them is very different. Some of them are a little bit more to the gonzo side. Some of them are very serious, dark, or weird, and some of them are kind of like light and easy, but not a lot of those. So yeah, you get basically 16 adventure scenarios, 16 planar locations. There's special rules. You get all kinds of special material in it, some tables and stuff. And so this is a really good, I think it's a really good adventure. It's the sort of thing also you can pop into anywhere, right? You walking by, there's a cave, there's the door of 16 gates, if that's how you want to do it in your game, right? Or it can be a special famous location in your game world, or it could be, completely unknown. So it doesn't matter how you bring it in. There's always a way. So that's basically that adventure. I just want to keep pointing out to you guys all of the issues of RPG Presents, especially ones that aren't in the compilations yet, like this one. It's a very interesting adventure. Costs $3.99. I don't remember if it's a bestseller or not. I forgot to check before I started this video. But it's a good adventure. It's a good source book, you could say. And it's the sort of thing, if you're creative enough to do something like this for World of the Last Sun, or for Dark Albion, or different stuff like special rules for Lion and Dragon or for Star Adventure, check out the Game Jam being put on itch.io. I'll try to put a link in the description below, itch.io, and it's being hosted by Taylor Lane, and it's got my endorsement for sure. We're going to go in there, we're going to do some real OSR focused on gaming stuff, and I think that's going to make quite a stir. So join in if you're a would-be game designer, or if you're a slightly experienced game designer wanting to expand your profile. Pick one of the games that you have not made yourself and make a supplement for it, and it'll be pretty cool. I hear that it's starting to fill up pretty nicely. We've got a good number of people that are kind of involved in it now, and this is your chance to get in on the bandwagon. That's everything for today. This might be my only video that I'm going to put out this week. I don't know for sure. We'll see. Maybe I'll do one more. But like I said, I've got some. I'm a little bit busy with some real life hosting here, but after next week, I'll be back to my kind of regular video schedule, and check out these RPGPundit Presents books and all my other products. Lion and Dragon, Dark Albion. Lion and Dragon is a platinum bestseller now. You've got the Old School Companion 2 is doing really well. It's already at I think a silver bestseller, and it's a collection of 360 pages worth, 26 adventures, but not this one. That one is not in the Old School Companion 2. But if you want more RPG Pundit adventures, the medieval authentic adventures, you check out the Old School Companion 2. It's doing great. The Invisible College, 432 pages, and it is also a bestseller on Drivethru. Check that out. But like I said, if you want to get some good stuff, you want to support me, you don't have a lot of money, check out the entire 106 episodes of RPG Pundit Presents. They'll have 106 issues so far. There'll be more. There's more coming. And, I think you're going to find some good stuff. You're going to find stuff that you're going to like, and it's not too expensive. It's like you're buying me a coffee, but you're also getting something for yourself. So check all that out, and we'll talk to you soon. Currently smoking Lorenzetti Horn plus Argento Natural.